I want to point out some commonalities about different religious organizations here. Get the fuck back. Okay. For instance, the part when the money changers in the temple, their table is overturned. Okay, so these guys had the reputation for using a religious reason to make money, and this is really crazy because I keep making the same correlation here. Okay, the Muslims Sharia tax, even carbon tax. You can even throw that in because they're both relevant. The Sharia tax, carbon tax. Either way, you're paying tribute unto Caesar. In other words, and there's your connection. See, the Romans took over. I mean, they're the Iron Kingdom of the statue of Daniel. So they took over Jerusalem. So they learned their hustle. In all actuality, I bet you the Jews made a deal. Yeah, we'll give you tribute, but let us continue on in our ceremony. That we can. In other words, it's just like Mussolini. It's the mafia. This is the mafia. That's all it really is when you look at it. It's just as it's fire insurance. Uh, the Muslims, either you join us or your church is gonna burn down. And the mafia, who is the mafia attached to by the hip? It's the Catholic Church. They really are. All mafia members are Catholic. Well, most of the Italian mob, New York mob, all that. The old, the 50s, 60s, 70s mob, La Costa Nostra. It's the same thing. It's just a new version of the same old thing. The Catholics, they do the same thing even now. They're pushing carbon tax harder than everyone. Why? Because they want their tribute set back up as they had it in the days of old. And it's just a big concession of pimpery. They have always used people's want to have a true spiritual situation where they can be freed of this carnality. You know what I'm saying? The only way to break out of the carnality is have something to overtake it. And I mean, you can overcome your carnality with stupidity, and and you can pursue everything spiritual, but not nothing really spiritual. Like you go pay your fire insurance to Sharia, you go pay 200 bars of gold to the carbon tax, and then you could go over to the Jewish temple and have them sprinkle some blood on you after you buy your sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same shizzle, and or it's similar anyway. It's basically it's the mob, man, and it's you can tie the Muslims to the Catholics. You know what I'm saying? And the Jews to the Catholics as well through the Maccabees testimonies and documentation. So it's an old world hustle in the new age. You know what I'm saying? They're just revamping it. They just want to make you get digitalized, but it'll be the same tribute, the same fire insurance. They'll just deduct it without your knowledge. They'll just be like, "Oh, this is your world citizen tax. Don't worry, you'll receive extra rations of boiled cabbage, and you'll be given an extra allotment of victory cigarettes." You know what I'm saying?